I would like to introduce Daniel, who happens to be my boss, a friend, chief tormentor, but carries the official title of co-founder and CEO. So Daniel, welcome.
Thank you very much, Kulpreet. I think Kulpreet already said everything that I wanted to say, so sorry for repeating the introduction. What a glorious day outside. It's so sunny, it's cold. I think London already gave us a big present with such a day. And I would like to thank you, all of you, for spending the day inside when you could have spent it, outside in such a beautiful morning. You know, the theme of this event is together. Actually, I was joking with Bobby yesterday night to change the theme of our entire event into UiPath together, not UiPath forward. What I would like you to get out of our event is that RPA is a collective game. RPA, it's about winning together. And it's a much bigger game that we have anticipated a year ago. RPA has become the de facto, the first step into the digital transformation. And making RPA successful is really having great focus within the enterprise, having great partners, and having a very good technology. And we will stand here all this day to show how we've done RPA at big scale. Because again, winning together is winning at big scale. RPA has been maybe for the first years just a POC, small pilots game. But what you've seen, what you are going to see today, it's really large-scale implementation. We are going to talk about millions of dollars in savings, about millions of man-hours saved by RPA. To me, it's the message that I want you to receive is that we, UiPath, stand behind our customer and partner success. And that's our mission. We've started this company with the mission to create great technology. But we were just some engineers, thinking about technology. We realized on our journey, going and meeting customers, understanding their needs, how much more than technology is RPA. And we are here collectively, I think it's a lot of UiPathers in this room to guide you through this journey. But first of all, I would like to really thank you, our customers. We have the smartest customers in the world. This is what I would like to say, because they had the guts to choose a startup without really having today it's easy to choose UiPath. It's maybe the right choice for many enterprises. But 2 years ago, a year ago, it wasn't so obvious. So I really want to thank you for our customer that took a deep dive into the technology and put the technology side by side, and they seen which one is the most appropriate for them. And I really want to thank you to our partners. RPA at big scale, it's very difficult without having the right partners. We've been very fortunate to start working with partners since the inception of RPA. Starting with 2014, we've been in touch with great partners that I will nominate a bit later during my presentation. But again, RPA, it's a collective game. RPA, it's technology, it's focus, it's good partners. And also, I would like to thank you, Blue Prism. you know, Blue Prism is a great company. It's coming out of UK. They had really a good vision. We really appreciate for all the money they spent into marketing and make RPA an industry. Obviously, not always or rarely the one that started an industry is gonna really win that industry. I wish them all the best, and I'm sure they will have a very happy retirement looking at the stock price. Oh, I'm happy to announce that we appointed as board member of UiPath one of the greatest leader of technology. It's a guy named Tom Mendoza. He was the president of NetApp, and he ran the entire sales team of the NetApp for so long. And the first thing that he asked me when we met was, Daniel, what keeps you awake at night? And you know, my instant answer was, I don't want to fuck up this big opportunity. Because my feeling is that we have a big opportunity in front of us. And it's not only an opportunity for us, for UiPath. It's an opportunity for you, our customers. It's an opportunity for our partners. It's an opportunity for analysts. It's a hot industry. It's moving at an unimaginable pace right now. We have to be able to move with the industry. So this is what keeps me awake at night. How can we make a great company? How can we make our customers successful? How can we make great success out of RPA? And again, I would like you to leave this room thinking that RPA, it's a game changer. RPA, it's becoming a very big game. But in order to put things in context for you, to see how fast RPA is moving, I'm going to tell you the raw story of UiPath. And UiPath was, after Blue Prism, the second company that got into the RPA movement. And it's not a shame for me. Actually, I am proud to say that 2.5 years ago, we were 10 people in an apartment in Bucharest. And we dreamt only about technology. We've been there. The reason that we've been there in that apartment was to build the greatest technology out there. We didn't understand customers. We didn't understand RPA. We didn't understand BPO. But we were really passionate about computer vision, about working with the user interface, about making a software very usable. And then we've been hit by an enormous market. I really discovered the BPO world, the shared service world in 2014. And we had a big aha moment. We had our first, it's like a seminal project in RPA. It was in the beginning of 2014, automation of a supply chain process. Seeing the potential was eye-opener. This is unbelievable, such a big market. And believe me, there is, in the life of a startup, it's only good timing that matters. Nothing matters more than good timing. And we've been fortunate to be at the beginning of the industry. I really think that should we have started a year later, it would have been almost gone for us as UiPath. 2016 and later on 2017 was really the year of when we've seen a very fast acceleration into the RPA. Particularly in the last 6 months, RPA has become like a global phenomenon. It's everywhere. It's next to big data, analytics. Everyone is now talking about RPA as a gate to monetize AI for businesses. It's a completely different industry compared to 6 months ago. And UiPath, it's a completely different company compared to 6 months and to a year ago. And to put things in perspective, we still think that we have just started. But we've been able to achieve 467, I think, Bobby, I think this is all news. Probably it's 480 customers. Because we've been able to work with more than one new customer a day this year. And our biggest challenge was to be able to stand for our customers. A long time, I thought that what differentiates us from our competitor is that we have better technology. What I think today that is our main differentiator, and this is a thing that I'm really proud of, is our team. Our team made the difference in making UiPath the company that it is today. And I do hope that our customers are along with me in saying that the UiPath team is open, is transparent, is responsive. They don't talk bullshit. They just go and they have the interest of the customer as their first interest. Revenue-wise, obviously we have to be, to sell something. And despite the fact that our robots are reasonably priced, we increase our revenue 800 times only by this part of the year. We are on track to deliver 10 times our revenue for the end of the year. And this is really, it's kind of a big figure already. Our revenue, our recurring revenue puts us on the right track next year for an IPO, if we choose to do so. And employee-wise, we grew to more than 400 people. And I know that one of the big questions from our customer is, how are you going to dilute your attention to me as a customer? And our customers are becoming, as they scale, they are becoming more sophisticated and they demand a lot more from us. That's my promise to you, that we are doing whatever is humanly possible to keep us as the startup that you come to know, you come to work with us. I was sad when I realized we cannot call us a startup anymore, by size, by revenue, by anything. Even our Office 365 subscription doesn't allow us to get for small and business version. But we want to remain a startup at heart. And we are. And being a startup at heart, it's in a way like going to a very nice and small restaurant where the owners are there and serve you and make a joke. We don't want to industrialize our approach to customers. We want to just industrialize the way we are able to deliver RPA. The key for us to stay close to our customer is to hire smarter and smarter people. And we also hire, for us, cultural fit is extremely important. We hire people that we like to work with. We hire people that are kind. We hire people that are nice. I really don't believe in arrogance at all. Arrogance is the opposite of what UiPath is. And as long as I'm staying the CEO of UiPath, arrogance, you should come directly to me and say someone in UiPath is arrogant. And this is something that I will fix in a heartbeat. Because I believe that we should stay humble. We should always think of how can we be close to the customers, to the technology? What happens in the industry? It's very easy to just float, on the success and really forget what is in front of us. Because we're just kids. We simply ran and ran, and suddenly we stopped. And now, looking back, we see a hill. But if we go and look in front of us, there is a mountain. It's so sorry to realize how difficult it is to get to the mountain, but we have to. That's our challenge, and that's our challenge together as an industry, to get to the next stage. Getting to the next stage in 2018 will make history, I think. RPA would be probably one of the fastest, you will see one of the fastest adoption of an enterprise technology in history. All the premises are there. I would like better to have our customers speaking for us. I would like to invite Daryl Neff, one of our first customers. He is the head of process, Generali Link, the shared service of Generali. We've started work with Generali since 2014, on and off, because was really the infancy of the industry. But Daryl will be able to tell you how RPA is delivered at scale and in many entities. Daryl, thank you very much for joining us. So, Daryl, first of all, tell me, how come you've chosen UiPath?
Well, early on in our journey, we had deployed Lean Six Sigma. We had trained over 250 belts. We were making great progress with process improvement. But we had a major roadblock, and that was we could eliminate waste, but we needed something else in the Lean Six Sigma toolkit to then help further automate stuff that remained manual. And we needed a tool that could help us to do that, and that our Lean Six Sigma black and green belts could use. And early on, UiPath was brought to us as a tool that could help us with that.
Well, it's great to hear. I know that you are delivering for multiple entities in Generali. Tell us a bit more how UiPath is a multi-tenant technology that is enabling you to deliver many services on the top of RPA.
So our organization is federated, which means we can't dictate anything to them. So I end up being an evangelist within our organization, and the ability for UiPath to be multi-tenanted allows us to adapt to the different needs of different legal entities and different businesses, different countries, and we don't have to dictate one way of doing things. They can all bring their own way of doing it to the table, but with one common technology. And because we're federated, we don't dictate. They all have to choose to use it, and they do choose to use it.
Well, this is great to hear. Thank you. Well, tell me, what's next for you?
What's key for us is continued adoption. At the moment, we have, yesterday we had 10 of our countries and business units on board. Just this morning, I got confirmation that one more country will be joining the platform. And our goal is really to get it into the hands of all of our business units, because we feel that the tool is so powerful. It is a key part of our strategy. It was part of our investor day that we were going to focus on this. We chose UiPath as our partner, and we truly do see UiPath as a partner, not just a supplier. And you've helped us on this journey so far, and we see it being key to delivery of our objectives, especially as we go into 2018.
Thank you very much, Daryl.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I really want to thank you to all our customers in insurance industry. Insurance was our first big vertical, particularly in Europe. We started with Swiss Re, and I really want to thank to our Swiss Re friends. They put the trust in us early in 2015, and then we worked with Zurich Insurance and many other big leading insurance industry. I think all of them, basically. And there is a reason for this. I think the insurance processes, particularly in the claim processing, are the most complex processes out there in the world of business processes. So thank you, Darren. Well done. I would like to give you a hint of how we develop the product in order to address your needs. We've built initially a computer vision library. This is how we started. So we spent so many years building a computer vision library. And from a single software, from an SDK software that you deliver on a machine, we reached the stage where we are thinking at really big scale. And our customers are really thinking big. RPA, it's a big scale game. But what does big scale mean? Does big scale mean only a big number of robots? I think big scale means, first of all, security. This is what we heard from our customers. It's about controlling the bots, it's about the right governance, it's about the right encryption, it's about being sure that the robots will do the right thing for the enterprise. And our focus is first and foremost on security. We've built a technology that is secure by default. We are fortunate to have built this technology in the era of cloud technologies, in the era of secure protocols. It's really a different game. But security for us is by default. It's nothing that we take it less serious than any other. On the contrary. And I advise you to really look at your deployments from a secure perspective. You have to deliver a secure architecture. You need to look at the protocols that the robots use to communicate with the servers, how the passwords are encrypted, what is the right governance. Our people are here to help you. We have a reference cloud architecture that is the kind of the top-notch architecture possibly that assures security and big scale. And also big scale, it's about multi-tenancy. You don't have to deploy a lot of instances of your server software. You just need to deploy an elastic instance of the server that can accommodate 10,000s of bots. And yes, we are seeing requests about being able to support 10,000 bots on a single platform. RPA is not only about attended bots in the data center. RPA is also about having a bot on everyone's desktop. I know maybe it's an old news, but I really believe in having a robot for everyone. RPA, it's an orchestration between attended bots, between unattended bots, between AI and humans. This is how the new shape of work will look like in the real near future. And the key of RPA was, since the inception, the road to cognitive. Our bots are emulating people's actions. So in the beginning, the computer vision technology that we've built had to be resilient, had to really follow how people are looking at screens, how they are interacting with the user interface. But next is really making robots smarter, making robots understanding unstructured data, making robots understanding natural language. RPA is becoming the platform, it's like a gateway to bring AI to the enterprise. And we've seen many cases, and I hope you will see today cases, where RPA enable actually AI for the enterprise. And we always praised that UiPath is the fastest technology to implement. And I'll show you in a second what's the impact. of implementing faster an RPA project. And of course, this is putting everything together. This together, it's our main thing. We are going to build this technology looking at our customers. We are driving customer councils. We have forums. We have an open community. We believe in being open and transparent. Our software is available for everyone to look and check. And looking at Blue Prism latest version, I was flattered to see they really copied UiPath. So sometimes, the apprentice is going faster than the master. But it's good for Blue Prism customer. That's not a shame to look at different features and make them better. In the end, I think for us as an industry, we want to have better customer across all technologies. It's not really about one technology in particular. The game is bigger than just the technology. And speaking about big scale, I am really happy to announce today one of the biggest RPA implementation in the world. And it's not a small thing that is coming out of Japan. It's, to us, beginning of this year, Japan was, just like a dream. I went to Japan, I met a great guy, our CEO of Japan, and we said, okay, let's go and start a branch in Japan. And a few months later on, we've been impressed and overwhelmed by the interest in Japan for RPA. And their interest is a lot more about productivity, about making their employees happier, having them working less hours, which is a great benefit of RPA. One of the biggest benefits that I am seeing in RPA, it's really unexpected. It makes people's jobs more secure. And I can explain you the angle. Because if someone is delivering a lot of work in a day, and it's a lot of intelligent work, and it's a lot of manual repetitive work. If we remove the repetitive work, it increases the intelligent work that one can deliver, and obviously makes that person more valuable for the enterprise, and the job is more secure. This is that's the reality, and I am really happy to announce that Dentsu is our customers. We made an announcement, Dentsu made an announcement today. I really want to thank you to Koyanagi-san. Koyanagi-san, please stand. He just arrived from Tokyo this morning. Thank you very much, Koyanagi-san. It's been a pleasure and honor to work with you. And look at the numbers. Dentsu deliver already more than 10,000 hours per month using RPA. And I've seen them. I visited Dentsu, and I've seen an entire floor full of people delivering RPA. This is a great thing to watch. And Dentsu is the largest advertising company in the world. They have a lot of processes in various domains. And their plan is to really expand it big time. And Dentsu is one of the companies that thinks of one bot for every employee, which really goes in line with our vision about RPA. But that's not all from Japan. Actually, the largest full-scale implementation of RPA is coming from SMBC, one of the largest banks in the world, one of the 3 mega banks in Japan. They've been able to deliver so far more than 600,000 hours of savings. 600 hours saved in a Japanese headquarters. This is not in a shared service, this is in a headquarters. They are using UiPath on both attended and unattended. And this is the key to enable a smooth transition between the work from the desktop into the server. It's really about an orchestration of work. And SMBC plans to save more than $1 billion by 2020. And it's not, I'm not making up the numbers. You can read SMBC press release. And believe me, for a conservative Japanese bank to issue a press release saying, yes, we have delivered this, and we have delivered this using UiPath and no other vendor, it's a big thing. It's not easy. I'm not aware of a press release coming from a big customer saying explicitly, yes, we did save this and this and this. To me, that's the biggest statement. Many people are talking about big implementation, but this is a big, real implementation. And we are eating our own dog food. This is a software engineering expression. And I am happy to tell you that we are hosting the largest RPA deployment in the world. We have our community edition. We have our orchestrator software that is running, almost 8,000 robots on it. And we have delivered more than 5,000 processes. It's not we. It's our community edition. Maybe they are small guys. It's individuals. It's small companies. It's a lot of people that are learning. But to us, running this platform, and this platform has more than like 2,000 tenants on the same platform. Guys, it's 2,000 tenants with data separation, with encryption, with everything. This is a big fit. We believe that the world will be a hybrid deployment where on-prem will communicate with the cloud in a hosted cloud. And we've started, again, to eat our own dog food. And seeing to me, one of the greatest treat in this journey is seeing my engineers with their eyes popping up wide when they understand the customer. I used to be a software engineer. I worked for Microsoft on SQL Server for many years. But I was separated from the customers. I didn't understand how the customers is using a database. UiPath engineers live and breathe RPA with the customers. And they've been the first to answer technical support queries. And now they are the ones that stand behind this big implementation in the cloud. Look, next in our path to cognitive is to extend the computer vision to be a lot more intelligent. We are talking a lot about intelligent OCR. Intelligent OCR, many people are calling them intelligent bots, cognitive, whatever. But in the end, we want to make, it's our duty to make, much clearer for the customer what cognitive is and what's our view on the road to cognitive. Intelligent OCR is definitely on the map. And we are partnering with the best technologies out there to deliver intelligent OCR. We don't believe, especially in regard to cognitive, that one single company will be able to deliver all cognitive in the world. So when customers are asking me, what's your view about AI? What's your view about cognitive? My view is that RPA is the backbone, is the ecosystem that enables AI for businesses. We are looking right now at more than 100 startups in AI space. We are looking at the big guys, Microsoft, Google, IBM. And we are looking to integrate everything to be able to deliver AI to the enterprise. UiPath has been designed since the beginning as the platform, as an ecosystem enabler. One of my favorite examples about the advance to AI, to picture how RPA delivers cognitive, is looking at a process that involves comparing two signatures. You will see it in banking and insurance. You need to compare the signature on a check with the master signature. Robots are not smart enough to be able to deliver this type of technology today. And for a startup, let's say, some brilliant minds will be able to make a machine learning model that is able to take two signatures and compare them. What's the value for enterprise? You are not going to bring this technology only for the sake of what a human user can do in a second. But if you automate the entire process using RPA, and this is the only piece missing, it's the only piece that it breaks the process, and you have to use people just to compare to signature, then you will be much more inclined to get this technology. And we, at UiPath, want to bring this to you, and want to bring you in a very smooth fashion. We are going to OEM, doing a lot of OEM partnership, and we will deliver them as part of our marketplace in a very smooth manner. It's gonna be just a drag and drop in a process. So how cool would it be just to have compare signature like an activity, drag and drop in the process, feed it with the signature and say yes or no. That would be really awesome. This is what we want to deliver as part of our road to RPA. This is really delivering machine learning built by other great companies. We don't believe, again, that it's one company ruling everything. But UiPath has been designed as a platform, again, that will enable this. And I think that this dream will become reality. We're facing a much bigger industry that actually we are thinking even today. We are partnering also with companies in what we call the reasoning space. And we know that one of the bottlenecks in delivering RPA, it's actually starting the RPA. It's building a pipeline of processes. It's understanding the various paths in the processes, all the exceptions. And there are process mining technologies out there that are able to create a process map. And we are working with the best in the business. It's also a company that is funded by our lead investor, Excel. It's a German company named Celonis, and they are delivering best-of-breed process mining technology. And we've seen it at working, combining with RPA. It's a great accelerator for the business. And speaking about acceleration, I believe that the fastest company will win the race. And fast means also implementing fast processes. Fast means for our customers being able to deliver RPA at speed. It seems we are doing a lot of work with partners. We don't do implementation ourselves at all. Everything is enabled by our partners. And it seems some people think that this is contrary to our partners' interest, to deliver a project faster rather than slower. But this is a short-sighted thinking, because if you deliver a project faster and you enable the customer bringing the ROI faster, you make the customer happier, you get a good customer reference, and you will be able to trump your competition. It's doing what is in the interest of customers, it's our mantra, and it's our partners' mantra. And bringing home the project faster brings tremendous benefits. In a typical RPA implementation, the cost of the implementation might be even 10 times the cost of the license. License cost is not a big game in RPA. If you are able to reduce the overall implementation time to 30%, license cost will come for free for the first 5 years. So it's really about getting the technology that is enterprise grade, is secure, and get you there faster. All of us would like to get a faster car. If everything is being equal, the fast will always win. And one thing that I realized about why RPA is so influential in businesses is that it's easy to comprehend RPA. I think many people, business people, not necessarily technical people, can really understand how RPA can be applied. RPA cannot be delivered by business people in an end-to-end solution. You require good technical folks. Business people with technical skill can help a lot, can do a lot in RPA, but business people can really visualize how this technology will be transformative. It's so important. It's like if I have a plumbing job in my house and I understand plumbing, it's way easier to understand the cost of the work, the size of the work, the time in implementation, than if I don't understand. And this technology, it's easy to understand from this perspective. It's much easier to make a business case versus an infrastructure case, and as in the case of all the other automation technologies. And RPA was really all about reducing the technical skills to realize business process automation. RPA means for businesses what kind of business intelligence was for the older form of reporting. We really put automation in the hands of business. And not only as an implementation, but as a way of thinking. And if you start thinking RPA, things are becoming really a lot more easier. RPA started from the user interface. So we praise ourselves to having the best computer vision technology, but this is not where we are going to stop. RPA means also integrations. RPA means to be able to deliver on the customer infrastructure and being able to connect with lots of technologies worldwide. And you will see on the next slides what do I mean by lots of integrations. And RPA is also about reducing the complexity. Sometimes the processes that we automate have thousands of activities. You need to be able to create libraries, you need to be able to create solutions, you need to be able to accelerate on the top of RPA. And we are going to enable a marketplace. Our technology is the only one that is built in a way that you can build a marketplace on the top of it. Because our vision is that you can create a solution and then you can download it from the marketplace, integrate it into our UiPath Studio Designer and just reuse it. And by reuse it, I mean it will look like it's built by us. It's completely integrated. It doesn't look like, a kind of integration that is made by, it's more like browser extension that looks like being by the browser itself. This is our vision about going forward and enable the ecosystem. We partner with great companies. We have implementation partners, and we've been really fortunate to start it early on. Ironically, we've been only an indirect type of company. In 2014, we sold everything indirectly through our partners. It would have been really difficult in 2014 to be taken seriously by a big enterprise. And then we had to develop technology partners. And this is a game of multiple technologies. I don't think any one of you in an enterprise has only one stack. Enterprise is built by a very various technology landscape. And we partner with the best. We partner with Oracle, with Celonis, with Abbyy. And we are opening the partnership landscape to a lot of more technology. There will be a lot of more announcements to come. And the training partners are becoming essential to us. One of the biggest shortage in delivering RPA is having really well-trained resources. We started accrediting our partners, and I'll talk shortly about it. But now I would really like to invite on the stage our first and biggest and greatest partner. I'm talking about Capgemini. I would like to invite Lee Bardmore, CTO of Capgemini BPO. Lee, please. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Daniel.
We really have a very long history.
We do indeed.
Capgemini. And it's really unfortunate for me that we cannot have Marcus on the same stage with us. I'm taking this moment to, to appreciate him. He's going through a lot of hardship.
Yep. Yeah, yep.
But I remember really when they come to our apartment in Bucharest. They've been the only partner that's seen that apartment. And look, Lee, it was crazy for you to choose UiPath back in 2014. Why?
No, we took a leap of faith, right? So I remember the very first conversation we had. I think it was, I don't know, August time, 2014. And I picked up the phone and we spoke, and I got off the phone with you. And I spoke to my colleague Marcus and said, Marcus, this guy Daniel, he's really, really laid back. He's really chilled about these things. But he said yes to every question I asked him about, can your technology, excuse me, support the way we operate? And I said, let's give them a go, let's give them a try. And Marcus, being a kind of a mad scientist, he is actually a theoretical physicist, and he went away, okay, Lee, and started interacting with your team when you were 10 people in a Bucharest apartment. And it just kind of ballooned from there. We recognized the value of the technology. When we were looking at the capabilities, sorry. When we were looking at the capabilities, it was delivering exactly what we needed from a technology point of view. And we knew we were starting small, so actually there was a limited amount of risk there because of the size of the way we were starting, and it's just kind of ballooned from there. And the other thing that we found that was really, really valuable was the team and your approach to collaboration, your way of supporting us, and the fact that we would have a set of dialogues that were really true partnership. We would talk about our requirements from the technology, you'd just go, yeah, go, we'll bake it into the product, and then within about 2 days you had a new feature in the product that helped us to deal with some of the things that we were working on. I think the heritage around computer vision is really important. I mean, from a BPO perspective, we're doing a lot of work with customers who are working with Citrix. We need to interact over a Citrix environment. But it's moved on immensely from that. So all the clever capabilities that are there for industrialization, so the logging and the reporting, and basically having the ability to operate at scale has become a really, really important aspect for us. Because we are running hundreds of robots. We're working across many, many clients. We're implementing the technology more broadly for our clients as well, and we're running the robots. So it's the way you're developing, I think, is absolutely the way we need the technology to advance for us as we effectively try to do more and more.
Thank you. It's amazing. I hope that we will still preserve our ability to issue a patch a day, the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
We are still doing. Look, I know you are a big fan of AI, and you've done a lot of work in this space. How do you see RPA and AI combined?
Well, I know you and I have had some really interesting conversations around neural networks and things like that. But for me, the platform-based approach and effectively using your technology, your foundation as the fabric, if you like, for bringing in a variety of capabilities and technologies is really important, not least because there's a massive amount of churn and change in the marketplace. I've heard recently at the AI and RPA conference yesterday or the day before about the uncertainty over what machine learning and AI actually is and what it represents. So, we sort of take a step back and think of simple things like process discovery. So you mentioned Celonis, we work with Celonis as well. This kind of process discovery aspect is really, really important. But also as we get into how you start to leverage the machine learning algorithms to make a material impact on aspects of process, I think is really, really fascinating. But the ML side of things and the AI side of things is not the end-to-end execution. So unless you have something that can do end-to-end execution, you're really not going to benefit or yield the benefits of the AI in its entirety.
Yeah, this is exactly how we are seeing. So what's next for Capgemini? I know that you are running one of the biggest, you are one of our biggest clients as running a managed service platform in the cloud. Can you tell us a bit about it?
So we instigated a center of excellence based approach a few years ago, a thing called the Virtual Delivery Center, and it's effectively an alternative to a BPO center that's focused on a virtual workforce. And I'm just as happy with the technology doing the work as people doing the work. And I think it's a natural evolution to push more and more of the activities into the technology so that, as you said before, the staff can focus on the more intelligent aspects. There's plenty of work to do. In fact, there's too much to do. And there's great opportunities for staff to focus on the ever-increasing level of intelligence they need to apply to their work. And if we can remove the kind of the mundane, the mechanistic, and indeed some of the more intelligent aspects, and push that into the virtual delivery center, then again, the employees are free to work on the more creative activities that really drive them and make them happy.
Well, that's great to hear. Lee, thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you.
Look, this is what we are talking when we talk about ecosystem. It's security. We integrate with CyberArk to help you keep your credentials more secure. We integrate with a lot of NLP technologies. We integrate with BPM. We integrate with dynamic case management systems. We have a great partnership with Oracle that we are going to deliver in Oracle Cloud as part of their new DCM solution that will allow the agents to talk with our robots through the Oracle Cloud. Machine learning, of course, we will deliver machine learning in the same way as we are delivering automation today through the same platform. It's also infrastructure. We work on AWS, Azure, Oracle Cloud. We work on premises with VMware, with Citrix. It's everything that should be there in order to deliver very successful RPA. And I would like now to invite on the stage a great partner of us in the intelligent OCR. It's a company that started maybe almost 20 years ago, has great heritage, and they are deliver something that really works. We've seen it at work so many times, and I am really proud to have on the stage Anthony Macciola from Abbyy. He is the Chief Innovation Officer. Anthony, good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Well, Anthony, it looks like RPA is injecting a new life into the OCR. This is my perspective. How do you see it?
Absolutely. Danielle mentioned that we've been around for about 20 years, and probably one of the best kept secrets is we've been leveraging machine learning and a lot of things that you would consider AI today, but we specifically applied that to content. And how can we help you discover content, understand what it is, train the system to extract metadata, essentially take unstructured content and make it structured. And in today's world, that's become very relevant because many of the times you're building robots, you'll be involved in a process that has some sort of content associated, and you need to understand the content. You need the metadata that's contained within that content. You need it transitioned and structure given to it so the robot can take action down the road. So it really has breathed new life and new interest into things that we've done for some time.
And Anthony, how do you see the partnership with UiPath going?
As you described the fabric, right? It is a perfect backbone for us delivering the heritage, the DNA, the technology that we've become known for over the past years. And the primary focus now is us being able to work together, us allowing customers and partners to, one, digitize content and then understand it, and using AI and machine learning to help train the system to recognize documents and extract that metadata. But there's lots of opportunities, as you mentioned, around going to the next level, around natural language processing and doing entity extraction from completely unstructured content like documents or contracts or leases. Leveraging AI, as you mentioned, to invoke machine learning, but not from what we've done in the past on documents, but from the standpoint of watching how humans are interacting with robots and recommending or even automating those actions in the future.
Well, that was my next question to you. What's in your future about leveraging machine learning and NLP?
Yeah, I think our focus right now as a partner is just making people aware initially right now on the kind of use cases that we can help solve around content. But the next level for us is really around moving beyond semi-structured and structured content to completely unstructured, and leveraging NLP to do entity extraction around names, dates, places, relationships, topics, sentiment, right? Whether it's paper documents or digital documents, right? And then I think the next step for us is leveraging our experience in machine learning and bringing that technology to bear for different use cases relative to plugging into the fabric and watching how attended robots are being managed by knowledge workers, and doing that learning and helping recommend or automate the action in the future.
That's great, thank you. That would bring back life into RPA if you are able to do it.
It's a great relationship. We're very excited about it.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate being
Thank you.
here. Well, the biggest bottleneck in delivering RPA, I said it and I'm gonna say it again, it's really having access to qualified technical resources, qualified business analysts, qualified RPA developers, solution architects, building the center of excellence. Our goal from the beginning as a company was to be open, transparent. We benefited a lot of the open source movement. Our technology is delivered on the top of Microsoft stack, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of open source embedded in, particularly in the machine learning, which machine learning is a complete open movement. Nobody is owning machine learning. Everyone is trying to evolve. It's also part of what we want to give back to the society. We have launched our academy, our free academy. So we are running a free academy on our servers. We have launched it 6 months ago, and we've seen an overwhelming interest. It's a lot more than we have envisioned ever. It's 3,000 people enrolled, already more than 7,000 people certified. And we are talking about a 6 month. Really, it's only 6 months. And our community edition that we launched last year, and our community edition, it's a free software. It's a software that is even commercially free to use by individuals or small companies that have revenue up to $1 million. And we are seeing a tremendous interest. It's more than 100,000 downloads. We have more than 10,000 downloads per month now. It's a testimonial to where the industry is going. Our open forum, where everybody can come and ask questions, it's crowded, if I can say this. This forum was started by one engineer on a Sunday. like a side project. So we thought, okay, we never knew how to start a community, really. And we tried in the past when we had only an SDK, but it never worked. So I thought, look, we don't know how to do it. Well, now we just started. We put the right ingredients. We started to answer questions, and boom, it was beyond our expectation, way beyond. And it's a thriving place. It's like a living creature. You see it living. It's an amazing feeling, and I feel it today in this room. RPA has its own destiny right now. You know, somehow some people call me one of the creators of RPA. I'm really proud about it, and I'm really proud of having you here, and I'm really proud that we are open and we are humble, and we get to know the customers better and better. The best treat for me in as the CEO of UiPath was getting out of, you know, I had 10 years of hardship in that apartment. It wasn't easy at all. So when I left Microsoft, it was the worst decision of my life. So I looked many years, this was the worst decision of my life. And in that laboratory, you know, we stay together and we work and we get to know each other. I got the desire to get to know the world somehow. When we had the opportunity, all of us kind of flew the nest. Meeting customers right now, it's a great pleasure to me. And I am not an extrovert, on the contrary. But meeting customers, seeing how smart they are, seeing how dedicated they are, seeing how they want to work with us, it's an amazing experience. To me, that makes all the hard work. And you know, in a technology business, there is no. For us, all our people know that there is no work-life balance. Unfortunately, it's like work-life cycles. But now we are in a. We want to capture this opportunity. It's the greatest opportunity in our life. And I am again humbled and happy to announce that we are launching a new version of our academy. We are going to deliver a lot more advanced training courses on the academy. We will start to issue certification for advanced courses. This is what you as an enterprise needed the most. And I am happy to announce that we started to have accredited training partners. We already have great companies to work with: UI, Symphony, Roboyo. We will invest heavily in making RPA available to everyone. We believe we are already working with 2 universities in Japan. We offer them free software. I believe that RPA is gonna be shortly in many universities. It's something that delivers a really great career path. I'm really proud about our young engineers. Many customers told us, look, we have chosen UiPath because you are responsive, because our people are coming and are solving our problems. And they are kids. They are really 20-something. But they get it somehow. It's getting instantly, and it's a joy to work with such young and bright people. And again, I've seen this combination between gray hair and young being amazing. And RPA as a technology is making it possible. I think I'm way, more than my hour. Sorry, Bobby, about it. So he couldn't interrupt me. I hope I gave you a sense of the day. It's gonna be a long day. I want you to learn a lot about today. I want you to get to know us as I want us to get to know you. I really want to go and talk to our people. I want to go to the great demos that you'll see. I want to see the integrations between technologies working. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Daniel. I know we are a bit over time, but then I hope you're happy to take a few questions.
Sure.
Sure. So there are a few people moving around with mics around the room, so if anybody has any questions, just please raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you. There's one here. Can we get a mic here, please?
I edit a magazine about digital technology in the upstream oil and gas industry. And we often have these discussions, and people often say, you can't bring this much structure into the oil and gas industry. There's too much variables. So it seems like this suits industries where you can structure, which seems like insurance, but industries like shipping and oil and gas are too unstructured. This is a debate we have in the industry. I don't know, I'd be interested to know your perspective on that question.
Well, oil and gas is one of the fastest growing industry for us. I think we are working with the largest oil and gas company in the world, if I'm correct, and a few big others. Obviously, it's a very unstructured industry, but we are not talking, about automating everything and to the core of the backbone of business processes are still the same. Finance and accounting is still the same in oil and gas industry, and it's still it's delivering a lot of goods. But I was surprised to see this year that it's becoming, next to banking and financial services and manufacturing, one of the fastest growing industry for us.
Any other question for Daniel? I mean, he's available through the day, so you can catch hold of him for the coffee and in the evening at drinks, even better. Sorry, that gentleman there.
Hello, Keith Stagner from T-Impact. I was interested, we're a UiPath partner, and I was interested in the deep integration that you were talking about earlier. One of the challenges we have is so many software products are trying to actually prevent robots from integrating in. Particularly we have to do a lot of work around, LinkedIn, Office 365, other products. So do you have any plans in place or any agreements with some of the social media providers or some of these other platforms to have a controlled integration with robotics so they can stop the fraudsters that they're looking to, but not stopping the genuine integration?
Well, in the end, everyone should do what's best for the customer. So automation is not a thing that can be stopped. I've seen discussions, with technology vendors that are a bit aware that robots might reduce the number of users on a technology. But to me, that's only a licensing issue that should be fixed in a way or the other. But nobody can stop deploying automation. Automation brings so much good. And to answer your particular questions, we are in the business of building a lot more integrations. You don't, in order to build an integration with Office 365, you don't have to partner with Office 365. You can just go and build an integration. They have open APIs. This is why they are building this API ecosystem. And again, that's the core, one of the core features of UiPath. You are able to build integrations by yourself. You can see today, we have a very nice young startup out of South Africa. They built by themselves integration around Abbyy. And lots of it. It was amazing for us to see how they were able to to advance. And it was based on their customer request. You can build integration with Office 365, with SharePoint. We have right now a dedicated team to build integrations, and we are looking to integrate with lots and lots of, big online businesses. So I think the answer is that the progress will happen regardless if someone is trying to block it.
Okay. One last question if someone has it. No. Daniel, thanks once again. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.